Well, we're out and about again, only this time it's a bit different, as we now got the caravan. The motorhome is still dead in the garage, but we've got this nice new caravan. It's first real outing. Went for a quick outing a couple of weeks ago, but this is the first real trial. No real problems getting here. So we're at Westwood Hoe campsite, CL site, just outside Bolton on the Water. So it's a nice little place, very basic, but pleasant enough. The weather looks set fair for a couple of days. So I'll have a cup of coffee now. It's what, 25 to 6, and then see about some tea. And then tomorrow we'll do what we're going to do, whatever that is. Go for a walk, go for a drive, whatever. Anyway, we're here now, hopefully all set up, and yeah, a couple of things missing, like I don't have any leads for the solar panels, which is a bit of a bugger, so I can't recharge my EcoFlow, but never mind. It's only 3 nights, so we'll have to make sure it lasts. So, okay, time for tea. So this is the inside of the caravan. It's my new home for a few days. More space than in the motorhome, but obviously not so easy to get to places. But then again, once you're there, you've got the car to get out and about. Anyway, that's a sort of living, sleeping area. And we've got the sink and hob, stove, fridge, and a nice end bathroom. Which at the moment the shower is got Molly's bed in, but I'll move that later on tonight. A couple of nice wardrobes, and then we go outside into the evening sunshine. Cup of coffee ready. Grass is a bit long, but never mind. Very basic, but it's a pleasant little CL. You've got a water tap and a drain, and I think that's about it. No electric, which is why I brought my big power bank. But as I can't recharge it, we're a bit stuck, but never mind. That's what these early trips are for. Why, right? There's a big transport plane flying over the bungalow. It's a bit too low, probably coming out of Bryce. See if we can see it through that gap in the hedge. There she goes. Anyway, time for my cuppa now, and then I think about having some tea. Well, it's Tuesday morning, had a good night. It's nice and warm, comfortable. So I've had breakfast and now going to go off for a daily walk. We're going to go to Bolton on the Water. So walk down across the fields, past the lakes, into the town and see what's what. The weather is good, although the sun has gone in. It's got a bit of light cloud, but it's fine. There's no rain, and there's another van turned up yesterday evening, but didn't hear a thing from them. So I'm going to lock up now and off we go. So this is the end of the site. We drive down and it's actually just back garden of a bungalow, but that's fine. So we'll walk out onto the road and down into the village of Clapton on the hill. This is the little village of Clapton on the hill. There's very little here, just some houses and a little chapel. Some nice fruit trees up there. Little orchard. Some very nice houses, mind. So obviously quite a bit of money in this village. There's the chapel and a nice house. Anyway, we go on down the hill, and the water's down this way. There's a nice tree with the leaves on the turn. And then the view over the valley. Come out of the village now and going down across the fields. Nice views, although it's a shame the sun's gone in, but never mind. A couple of miles into Barton. At the bottom of the valley now, heading towards the lake, and just walking through this little woodland. I'm going to take a footbridge over the River Windrush. Which is here. A gentle little stream. I think this runs through the middle of Barton and the water. So, Molly is desperate to find a way to get into it, but she can't get. Oh yes, she has. She's found her way down. No, she's just jumped up against me. Lovely. So yeah, we continue along this footpath, which takes us, I believe, round the corner here to a lake. And we walk along the edge of the lake. It's difficult to see the lake along here, but you can see it through the trees. Very peaceful. Anyway, we continue along here. Everywhere's looking very autumnal now. Masses of hawthorn berries and sloes and all sorts. So yeah, rose hips there. Don't think I've ever seen so much fruit in the hedgerows as I have this year. I guess it goes with the abundance of blossom early in the spring. This round apples, yeah, loads of crab apples I've seen this year. Never seen so many. Crab apple tree, masses of apples. Blackberries have been good, but they're finished now, just about. Oh, there's one or two here. We'll have a quick nibble. It's losing the flavour now. I'll get a better view of the lake here. So we continue walking along the side of the lake until we get to Burton. Continuing through the woods, now just coming out, going to cross over the River Windrush again. Ooh, a pheasant. Shepherd's Hut. Oh, this is David Cameron country, of course. Anyway, I doubt that's anything to do with him. So, anyway, we carry along this footpath now, and yes, the lake is to the right of us. There's a few vehicles here. I guess they're fishermen. We just follow this path up to the road. Just coming off the end of the path into one of the roads into the village or the town, which is up that way. But the footpath is just down here. And this is obviously a car park for the fishing lakes. The fishing club sign. So we now continue along this path between two lakes, one over there and the bigger one over here. Lots of fishermen out this morning. Yeah, it seems there's a small caravan site here by the side of the lake. Rather nice. I shall have to look that up when I get back. Quite a few vans here. Yeah, good spot. Anyway, onwards. So I've just been walking along this lane. Just come to the end of it now. There's a cemetery here, and the village, the town rather, is behind me over there. So we're going to go down the path and we'll be there. We'll have a look around the town. So, take the left-hand fork. Just walking down the road into the village. The Manor. Ooh, there's a rather nice place. The Manor, it's called. Oh, this is the start of the village. There's a cafe. Oh, convenient dog bowl for a dog. Oh, it's very touristy. Lots of people having breakfast. I must admit, I'm tempted myself. And of course, here's the river. The dog would very much like to go into, but can't. I think this place gets heaving with visitors in the summer. It's fairly quiet now. Just walking along the river. I'm in Burton. There's a nice old building behind me. There's a seat here. Let's sit down for a minute. Rest my weary bones. Ooh. And there's a view of the town, village. Don't know what to call it. Anyway, once we had a wander around here, going to straight back across the country and make our way back to the campsite. The pub and the inevitable Chinese tourists having their pictures taken on the bridge, with the motor museum behind. Looks like a dog can get down into the water here. Is she going to? No. Oh yes. Yeah, I don't think I'll go in, but it looks an interesting place. And that's all I'm going to do in Boat on the Water today. We'll wander back. So this is actually a ford. Well, I don't know if any cars have been through it, but Molly's got to try it. Nice view down the river. A bit of blue sky now. So walking out of the village, down the back roads, it's a lot quieter but still quite pretty. A pleasant little place. Well, we've left Burton behind now and starting the walk back up across the fields. Apparently this footpath is called the Monarch's Way. Don't know why. Again, we'll have to check it out when I get back. But for now it's across the fields all the way back up to Clapton on the Hill. A nice view across the valley. The village in the background. Smoke down the bottom there. And there's a dog waiting for me. And we continue along the Monarch's Way. This looks like something for horses. Yeah, and up the top there, farmer ploughing the field. It's not something you see so much these days, ploughing. But anyway, yes, we follow this track and just keep going. Lovely view of the ploughing with the red kites flying above. And crows in the distance. Very peaceful autumnal scene. Well, the footpath comes across this field supposedly. However, it's just been ploughed. It'd be impossible to walk across. Struggling around the edge. Even that's not easy. But it's not too far to the gate. Yeah, the gate just up there. The sun's come out nicely now. Not too much further. A lovely view from up the top here. See a bit more of that horse track, and there's a red kite flying around. The track runs along the bottom of that valley, and there's the field that is being ploughed, and in the distance, floating on the water. So the path carries on up here, about half a mile, we're back. A very pleasant walk. We're back in time for some lunch. Oh, here we are, back at the van. A nice walk. 6¼ miles, 2.5 hours. So I'm looking forward to some lunch now. That's all the walking for today. Just come out for the day, trying to get a calorie refill, but 2 places I've been to, they don't have any. Well, one was closed, one doesn't have any. Anyway, we're now at Lower Slaughter, and we're going to go for a walk through the slaughters. And yeah, the early morning mist has cleared, and it's a nice day now, so we'll go for a stroll. There's another posh hotel over the road there. Gosh. Yes, that does look posh. So we'll have a wander and see what we can find. We'll just walk along this little stream. Always try to get in, but it's just a little too far for her to jump, fortunately. There's a church over on the right, next to that big hotel. Oh, there's a fish in the river. The Slaughters Country Inn. I can see why it's a popular spot. It's very quiet at the moment, which is good. A lovely tree here. It's so quiet, it's beautiful. There's a lovely old watermill. Now we walk along this footpath to Upper Slaughter. Continuing along the footpath, this should take us into Upper Slaughter if I can get the gate open. All the trees are starting to turn now, sure sign of autumn. Somebody's having a good run. Come on then. Just walking along, admiring the trees, a lovely oak tree there, underneath another one here. Lovely old trees. masses and masses of acorns on the ground, as well as a dog. So this path leads us down into the village, which is over there. Was another nice building. Don't know what that is. Hotel, private house, who knows? Oh, it's the Manor House Hotel. Very nice it looks too. Right, well, we'll continue along this path. So, across this little bridge. Lovely clear stream. Good for a dog, of course. It's past the grounds of that hotel. Just coming into the village. And there's the entrance to the hotel. It's the Lords of the Manor Hotel. They've got a car charger there, but anyway, let's walk through the village now. Doesn't seem to be quite so much here, but there's the church up there. I'm guessing this must have been an old school. They're quaint. So yeah, lots of fancy houses. Goes down to a ford over the river. Now follow this footpath out of the village. So we go for a way up here and then loop round to make a circuit. A lovely little cottage in the middle of nowhere here called Cress Cottage. Looks very old and isolated, but very pleasant. Anyway, we'll continue down this track to meet the road at the bottom. Now we've come off the road and now walking down this gentle valley. Had a slight incident on the road. There's a couple of cars coming around the bend just ahead of me. Saw me, the front one slammed their brakes on, and the van behind was a little close, and I think they must have touched because they both stopped after I walked past, but never mind, I wasn't going to get involved. So, no more traffic now, and downhill. Well, just come up across this field and going to cross the little road just over the wall and then down the valley back to Lower Slaughter. Looks very pretty down there. Molly's already been in the cattle trough, of course. So yeah, lovely view again. I just come off this little lane. I'm now going across the fields down to Lower Slaughter. Lovely views up here. Starting to cloud over a little bit now, but it's still very nice. So once I get back to the car, I'll decide whether to carry on or go back to the van and see what the time is when I get back. I've just come across a private drive, now walking down through the woodland. It's a very big house down the end. I don't know how many millions it must be, never mind. It's a nice walk through the woods anyway. Just coming out the end of the footpath onto the lane that leads down into the village. It's walking back through the village now. Some very nice properties here. Even the new ones are built in a very sympathetic style. And here we are back in the village. Just around the corner past this row of cottages we get back to the car. So let's go over the footbridge this time. Certainly a lovely village. Anyway, that's it for now. Right, let's go for a little drive. Avoid these pedestrians. We go to National Trust just down the road here, Sherborne Park. The house is closed but the parkland is open. And then after a stroll round there, we'll go around the villages of Windrush and places like that. Just a little tour. This is all part of the estate on the left. So the car park is just up here. Here we are, Sherborne Park. So we'll just go for a short walk. An hour and a quarter it says. I suspect it'll take a bit less than that. But we shall see. Well, not a lot to see so far. The path's just wood chips. But anyway, we'll carry on and see what we can see a bit further down. I can just see the house in the distance. It's the sunlight glinting off the walls behind the trees there. And a nice view across the valley. There's a slightly better view of the house, the church. And on through the woods. What have we got down here? There's a deer in the woods. Very good. And steel. The bivvy. Somebody's built a bivvy in the woods. This way, Molly. Yeah, we'll carry on. Just coming out of the woods into the village of Sherborne. We'll walk along the road for a little while now. There's a fine old Cotswold house. Come off the road, heading up to the church, hoping that's where the footpath goes. Impressive place. Well, that's a slightly longer walk along the road than I expected, but I'm on the right track. So we're back on the estate now and head back across the parkland to the car park. It's a bit warm now, so I've had to take my jacket off. Right. Well, this track leads back to the car park, so I'm out of the woods now. So we go back to the car and then go for a little drive round through the villages before going back home. Put my feet up. Right, so back at the car and we'll now go for a little drive. walked along a few minutes ago. Some quite big allotments along on the left. The footpath I walked along was just off to the right down this road here, so we're carrying straight on this time past the school. Village shop on the left. Partridges. Silly creatures. Don't want to squish them. Good. Let him go. Bay Tree Hotel. It's a big plane flying overhead. So this is the main street. Somewhat popular. Over the River Windrush. Go the back way home. And that's the end of the trip.